Don't slow down too much. They might put you to work. If you slow down around here and stand around down here, they'll say, hey, punch in on the clock and start working. You think I'm joking? They work extremely hard down here. And as long as you're not some kind of a freak from another planet, or New York City, no, I'm just kidding, or Manhattan, they probably give you a job down here because it's all manual labor. I always laugh at people who are going to gyms and wanting to get into shape. And they'll pay $50 or $100 a month going to this real fancy gym with a trainer a couple hours a week. I mean, a couple hours a month. When you could just get a physical labor job and they'll pay you, and in 6 months, you'll drop 30 pounds and double your muscles. In 6 months, and you get paid $20 an hour to do it. I knew a guy, you know, I'm from Iowa, I'm from farm country and back in Iowa. I knew a guy who was like 30 or 40 pounds overweight. And he went to work at this place called the Fabrication Factory, where it was a steel fabrication. And they would take steel and make these like 300-pound wheel things back in the day. Whee! And he went down there and they said, are you able to do this job? He says, I'm getting the job so I can lose 30 pounds and double my muscles. They said, you're the first person to ever say that. You're hired. You can start tomorrow. He worked there for 6 years. The guy lost all 40 pounds and he was as muscular as a piece of steel. I mean, he was solid muscle in his arms and his belly. He didn't have a six-pack. No, he was just muscular. Because his job consisted of picking up 60-pound parts throughout the day. So for the first 3 months, he could barely even wake up the next day. That's how hard the job was. But then your muscles just totally get used to it. You get into a routine. Now this was 35 years ago, so he was only getting $10 an hour, which was actually a lot of money back then. He was, you know, making he worked 6 days a week. He got 4 hours overtime, which paid all his taxes, so he brought home almost $400 a week. At age 20, like 22 years old. He worked there like 22 to 28. I saw him once out. I said, you still working that hard job, man? He goes, oh, I don't even notice now. He said, after 2 years, I don't even notice. It's just regular. It's just like, it's not heavy work at all. I said, it's just total regular. And he went down there to lose 40 pounds. Well, he said 30, but he ended up losing the 40 because they stayed so long. And when he left, they were giving him $12 an hour. So he was bringing home like $425, $440 a week, which you have to understand. 1986, that's a lot of money. You know what $1,600 or $1,700 a month would buy you in 1985? $1,700 a month would be about the same as $4,000 or $4,500 a month today. Most definitely. You buy a lot of stuff for that, man. Today, you can live a good life for $4,500 a month. That's take-home money. But I know a lot of you own a house and 2 new car payments and all those credit cards, and your food costs $1,200 a month with 2 kids plus going out to eat. I get it. I asked a friend recently who lives in a 2-bedroom apartment. I said, how much is your electricity every month? He said $130 a month. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment with my wife. He says, how much is yours? I said, $60 a month. He said, yeah, well, we have a washer and a dryer in our apartment, which I don't have. We have a microwave, which I don't have. We have a bigger refrigerator. I have a smaller refrigerator. They have a computer. I don't have a computer. They have a TV. I don't have a TV. I haven't watched TV in 23 years and 1 month, actually. And they're like, I said, well, that adds up. Plus, he pays his water bill. My 1-bedroom apartment, the water's included and the garbage is included, and he's got to pay the garbage, $19 a month. So he's paying $200 more a month than I am. Or about $175 or something. But I mean, he has a child too that, you know, the child needs some kind of entertainment or something, but me, I just entertain myself. Plus, he has to drive an hour to work one way 4 days a week. And I'm retired, so he spends 3 times more gas than I do. I'm telling you, man, things add up. And so he makes about $10 an hour more than I used to make, and he has less money than I have. I mean, weekly. See, here you just got to be patient with people. You can't get mad because someone stopped in front of you to talk to someone. Just let it go. It's okay. You got to get into this, the mode, the zone, where you're going at a simplicity pace. I mean, if you're trying to go 100 miles an hour all day long, man, the other day, I'll tell you, I'm going to go into this antique store. The other day I was going some road that was 40 miles an hour and I was doing about 36 miles an hour. And man, this lady came up behind me and literally sort of waving her arms, screaming and yelling that I wasn't going fast enough. She was about 45 years old. So I pulled over, let her go by. She starts flipping me off going by. She was only behind me for about 15 seconds.